Hey guys, it's Randy, the Freedom Prepper here, and I'm at an undisclosed location at the Prepper compound, somewhere near Area 51. And we're here in the kitchen on the compound, and I just wanted to show you a few things about solar backup generators. Okay, these solar generators are amazing. They don't make much noise. There's a fan to cool things when it's drawing power, but nothing like using a generator out at a campsite. You don't want to draw attention to yourself when you need to use your power. Well, there's a few things that I want to point out. Right here I have what's known as the Freedom Solar Generator powered by Humless. This is the 1500 series. It's twice the power of the 1500L, if you've seen that out there. We only sell the 1500 series, not the 1500L. I think that stands for light, maybe, the light version. Anyway, this is twice the power of that unit. Inside here we have lithium iron phosphate batteries, which is the top of the line in the lithium ion family. There are several different varieties of lithium-ion batteries, and this is the top of the line. Now, why is that important? Well, if you were to use lead-acid batteries, which many of the solar generators do out there, for example, Goal Zero, Yeti version, the product that Glenn Beck markets, yeah, they use the lead-acid batteries. They're known as AGM. It basically is a sealed lead-acid battery so that it doesn't leak everywhere if it gets tipped over, things like that. More durable in the lead-acid battery family, but not near as effective as the lithium-ion batteries. This particular battery can be recharged 2,500 times. So if you are using it every single day, charging it, depleting it, charging it, depleting it, it would last 7 years. Now, a lead-acid battery, there's no way you'd get that many charges. There's an important distinction that you should be made aware of, and that is that batteries come rated as amp hours. Now this particular unit has 100 amp hour battery storage capacity. Now, for example, in comparison, the Yeti also has 100 amp hour, but it's the lead acid. Now, you'll get half the power usage out of the Yeti compared to what you get out of the Humless version. So you're going to have twice the usability. That means you're going to be able to run your things twice as long. If you deplete the lead-acid batteries below 50%, you dramatically reduce how many times that battery can be charged. Yes, you can take it down to zero or near zero and charge it up again, but you reduce how many times you can recharge that battery because of that kind of abuse. Lead-acid batteries were not designed to do that. For example, lead-acid batteries are the type of batteries that are in your car. When you start it up, you're just using a bit of juice and then you charge it right back up again. You're not depleting it like crazy. And then when you're running your car, it is continually charging, okay? So the thing that's important about this unit is it can be charged a number of ways. It can be plugged into the wall here. I plug it in here in this unit and simply plug it in and charge it up. That works great. You can stick this battery unit, this solar generator backup unit, in your closet for a couple of years and still be ready to go with backup power. It depletes like, I don't know, 4 or 5% a year, and so without a recharge. So you can stick it in your closet and forget about it. I'd recommend, topping it off every year, at a special time, maybe at Christmas time or New Year's or whatever, and just, that's the time when you redo things on your preparations and things. Just juice it up. That way it's ready, and you know, and you're confident. But if you were to do that with a car battery, or the lead acid type batteries, charge it up, stick it in your closet, forget about it, come back in a year, it is dead. No resurrecting, it's dead. You know, dead. No using it. You don't have that problem with this type of battery unit. I think it's the best unit on the market at any price. And so we were talking about how you can charge it up. We got the wall unit where you can plug it into the wall. There's also some inputs here where you could have wind power or solar power. We sell ours with 200 watt foldable solar panels that are easily transportable, and so that's what this unit is. It's a portable unit. It's not designed to power your whole house. It's designed to power certain things that you need when you need them. For example, a freezer. You don't want to lose all of your food that you've got stored in your freezer. Well, plug the freezer into this. Even if you didn't have your recharging going on, like solar panels and such, or wind power, this would run your freezer for about 3 days. It depends on the freezer, of course. There are the old grandma and grandpa freezers that are way less efficient with power and probably wouldn't run as often, but or as long. But you know, the freezers that you have nowadays, definitely. And if you're not opening and closing the door constantly and losing that temperature, yeah, it's gonna keep your food good for that period of time without even recharging the battery. If you have the battery plugged in to a charging unit, such as a solar panel array, it'll continue to run and protect your food for as long as the sun's shining and as long as that battery's being recharged, okay? So tell you just a little bit of information about what you can do with these and what you can't, and I'll do that through some demonstration. But things that heat up with power, like a curling iron, a range, a hair dryer, a toaster. I've got a toaster here. Those kinds of things draw a lot of electricity. That means they're going to deplete your battery quickly. But there's other things that they're quite efficient. You know, like LED battery or LED lights. This is an LED light that I bought from Costco with a fixture from Home Depot. I think the fixture was like, I don't know, $6, something like that. So I'm going to turn on the battery unit. It's just pushing this button on, holding it for a few seconds, and then it'll cycle through, and it gives me an LED readout of how much power I have in there. It shows how full the battery is, and this is the full unit. And it tells me currently what's plugged in. It'll run 900, oh excuse me, I'm getting overexcited, 99 hours and 59 minutes. That's still a lot of time. But there's nothing pulling on it, you know, just the LED light to service it. Well, I'm going to plug this light in, and so that's plugged in. I'll push in the output button, and then I'll turn on the light. So there's our light. This is equivalent to a 60 watt light bulb. Okay? Now, I was talking about how much things draw, and this is a very efficient light. It did not affect the time at all. It didn't know how to calculate it because it draws such a little amount. I believe the wattage on this light is rated at 7.5 watts, but puts out the equivalent of 60 watts of light. So this is a good deal when you're using battery storage energy, okay? You can't just run whatever you feel like we do on the grid, where we're spoiled, and you know, we have all our lights on in our house almost like it's a hotel, and running all these appliances and things. you have to be more mindful of what you're using your energy for. So that's that. I'll go ahead and unplug that. There's another thing that we can do, and that is test the toaster. I brought the toaster here so that we could just kind of see. So I'm going to bring it in front here, and it's got a short cord, and plug that in. Now, toast, it doesn't take very long to make toast, right? Just a couple minutes. So you wouldn't be running this for hours, but if you were, okay, so I've activated it. I told you that things that generate heat with power are not very efficient. Well, let me tell you. It'll run this toaster for an hour and 16 minutes. An hour and 15 minutes. Which is pretty good if you're only doing it for 2 minutes or whatever, and I'll just deactivate it. And what it does is it goes and recalculates again, and now we're back up to 99 hours and 59 minutes of power. So, like I said, you could use a toaster, but it's not the most effective use of your power. You know, if you're really craving toast and you've got to have it on your backup situation, well, then go for it, have fun. There's also this hot plate. It generates heat as well. We'll plug that in and turn it on. I've got a kettle on top of it with some water in it. Right now it's on off. I'll turn that on. Warm. In the warm setting, it tells me that it'll run for 1 hour and 6 minutes. Not very long, but you don't need a lot of time to boil water to make sure that it's purified. If I crank that up to high though, let's see what it does. Let's see if it affects it at all. It doesn't affect it at all. It's drawing just as much power on warm as it is on high, which you wouldn't think, but that's what the unit does. And so you could boil water for an hour, okay, without a recharge. I'll go ahead and unplug that, and it will recalculate back up to the 99 hours and 59 minutes. So that gives you an idea of what the unit can do. Most effective with lights. You can run lights all day long and all night long and just keep on going. If you're in a situation where you've got light and your solar panels with you, you can recharge the unit, great. Go for it, do it. There are a number of other things that this unit can run as well. Excuse me. For example, a washing machine. And I'll do a demo about that in just a few minutes upstairs, because Mrs. Freedom Prepper, she gave me the assignment of doing laundry, and I'm going to do it the prepper way. I'm going to take this beast upstairs to the laundry room here on the prepper compound and run a load of wash with this unit. We'll start it out, we'll show how much it draws, and then come back when it's finished and see. Okay? So, other things that it can run. It can run a refrigerator, and I'll show that and how much it draws. Refrigerators are a funny beast, and I'll tell more about that, but they cycle the power, meaning it'll be on for a while, it'll be off for a while, it'll be on for a while to maintain that temperature, then it'll cycle off. And so it'll draw very little power when it's cycled down, but when it kicks up, then it'll juice up again and run the compressor and condenser unit on the refrigerator. And so it's difficult to tell when you plug it in how long it's actually going to run for, because it's doing that on-off stuff. And the more you open and close the door, the more it'll do that, right? Okay. So there's a number of things that it can run. It can run a furnace motor, for example, but you'd need to have a qualified electrician come in and wire your furnace so that you can take a cord and plug into the unit. You know, if the power goes out but you've still got gas, why not use this to keep you warm? If you've got some cold temperatures out and it's winter time, this is an effective use of that. Things like fans, not so effective with the backup power, but it's doable. You know, if you want to run your homestead on this, then this isn't the unit. We do have larger units, and we'd recommend upgrading the unit. This is designed for portable emergencies. You can take this with you in your car, with your camping gear, and just go and get out of town. You know, as they say, get out of Dodge. Well, when something bad happens, you really do want to get out, and get out in a hurry. For example, those people that waited out Katrina and got stuck there, they weren't a big problem. I've got a stepbrother who is a first responder to the first responders. He's in there and setting up things before they get in. And so he sees what other people don't see right off the bat. And things that he saw were that those people that got stuck there, they were in gas lines, standing there with their jug of gas, trying to get gas for their gas generator, and he saw somebody get shot right in line. You know, because that person didn't want to wait, or they're agitated or whatever. And in those stressful situations, you just don't want to mess around with people that much. You want to get out, and especially when the government agencies start coming in and mandating how you're going to do things, and they'll commandeer your equipment and things like that. Just get out. Just get out as quick as you can. That's my recommendation. So that's it for this unit for now. But I'll show you a few other things in some other videos, like refrigerators and washing machines and that sort of thing. Feel free to send us a question, you know, through our email contact links here on the website, and happy to answer those for you. By all means, get one. You know, get one of these units. You're going to need it. Things are going crazy now, and our power grid is pretty fragile. It's easily taken down by terrorists. It's easily taken down by weather. A number of things. A bad earthquake will take down the power grid in seconds. So it's good to have something like this in your backup arsenal. Be prepared. Again, it's Randy, the Freedom Prepper, signing out. Thanks, and talk to you soon.